welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books, and David from David is my boyfriend. Today we are going to be talking about the books that we are taking on holiday with us.
We're going on holiday, aren't we?
We're going on holiday. This is going up on Sunday. We're going on holiday next week to Norfolk. We're super duper excited.
Very excited.
Got a lovely little Airbnb to stay in. It's going to be chilled. It's going to be lots of walking, lots of eating, lots of spending time together, and lots of reading. So we thought we'd share with you the books. I don't know if I'm going to keep my arm up here the whole time.
Like a couple of pals, like a couple of buddies.
So we thought we'd share with you the books that we are planning on taking with us. So the first thing we'll talk about is the audiobook that we're going to listen to on the way up there. And it is an audiobook done by one of David's favourites, and it is Call of the Weird by Louis Theroux. Tell us why you like Louis Theroux so much.
He's just, I don't know what it is about him.
What are you looking over there for? Is he over there?
Because I'm just thinking, but I just think he's fun, but in a not like obvious, like hilarious slapstick
He's a very
way.
intelligent man, but in a very accessible way, and he makes it very entertaining.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
He's a like you really like his documentaries.
Yeah, I love watching his documentaries.
You've watched a lot more documentaries of his than I have, but
several times over.
When I knew that we'd be listening to an audiobook as we drove up there, I was like, oh, I'm going to see if Louis Theroux does one. Now he does. Now it goes against everything I stand for, because on Audible I don't like to use my credits on anything that's less than, I would say, like 8 hours. I said 6 hours to you. This is 3 hours and 42.
Count yourself lucky, Louis.
3 hours and 42. So I imagine this will probably be for like the way up there and the way back.
I would have thought so, because it's what, a 3 hour journey, but we won't be listening to it all the way.
And it's an investigation into American subcultures, so it's sort of like a revisit of some of the people that he's visited in his documentaries, which I think will be quite interesting.
Which is good, because I mean, I'll probably know them.
You can explain it to me, can't you?
I will try.
Try and explain it to me. So yeah, that is the audiobook that we will be listening to.
I'm excited about it.
Who wants to go first? I've got 3 and you've got 2.
Yeah, so you go first, I go, you go, I go.
I will also probably be finishing off whatever book that I am in the midst of at the moment. I'm not sure what that will be. But one of the first ones, so all the books that I've picked are really new books. They're either just out. One was out on the 6th of September, or the other 2 are out on the 20th of September, which will have happened by the time this video goes up. So they're all like brand new books, which I'm very, very excited about. The first one is one that I hauled recently. It's Ghost Wall by Sarah Moss. This is about a teenager, Sylvie, and her parents who are living in a hut in Northumberland as an experiment, like a historical experiment, to see how they can survive and thrive, live in the way that the way that people used to live in the Iron Age. So it follows Sylvie, who you hear about, and I've heard it's a fantastic sort of look into a teenage girl's mind, which I'm very, very excited about. And and also sort of follow her dad, who people sort of seem to think he's not as he seems, but he's very much into his history. And and also you hear from a dead bog girl. So you hear also the perspective of a dead bog girl who was a young woman sacrificed by those closest to her. So I feel like it's going to be a bit creepy. It's super duper short. I was really, really surprised at how short it was. It's 152 pages, but really looking forward to reading that. So that is my first one that I will be reading. David.
So the first one that I'm currently reading, I will probably be reading into the first part of the holiday, is My Name is Leon by Kit DeWall.
You're holding that right up in front of your face, aren't you? Let me hold it.
I know, that's
Kit
what I
DeWall,
do.
yeah.
Kit DeWall.
I've been trying to get him to read this for so long.
I am not that far into it. I'm just about
You're
there.
about 50 pages, are you?
Yeah,
56, forgive me.
56 pages. And I love it so far.
I knew you'd love it. And how long have I been telling you to read this?
A couple of weeks.
Long time. Longer than a couple of weeks.
But yeah, so it's about Leon and his little brother Jake. Leon is 9, Jake is 6 months or something like that when I first started reading. He's only a little baby. And then so it starts off not very nice. So he lives with his mum, doesn't know his dad. Mum is not well, and so he has to go and live with Morrigan, a foster parent. And spoiler alert, poor old little Jake's just been taken away by a new family.
He gets adopted very quickly because he's white and Leon is mixed race.
And he's a baby.
and he's a baby, and Leon's a 6-year-old or a 9-year-old mixed race boy. But it's just fantastic, and like I won't do any spoilers because I think you're in for a right old treat.
Yes,
but it's a real look at the inside of like the care system in the UK from a child's point of view, in a no holds barred sort of point of view as well. And yeah, I mean it's set in the 80s, isn't it? It's set in the 80s, and I feel like that's something else you like as well. You like books and things set in the 80s.
It's very cute, and the way he like, talks about his brother, and
it actually like affects you, doesn't it? You're like,
oh, it's like a 9-year-old has sat down and he's just written it himself.
It is absolutely fantastic. I didn't read the book of this, and I would like to read the book of this. I actually listened to the audiobook, which was narrated by Lenny Henry, and he did a fantastic job. But yeah, I think you're in for a right old treat, and I'm so pleased that you finally picked it up. And actually, you got back this morning, didn't you? And I said, oh, are you going to read a bit? And I thought you'd read one chapter, and you read about 3 or 4 chapters.
Yeah, I mean, they're quite short chapters, which is what I love. I love short chapters in books, which is why I like Wonder. There's only like 3 or 4 pages per chapter, because it's just
keeps you going.
Well, it is, and it's because you read a chapter and you think, well, it's only 4 pages, so I'll just quickly do another chapter.
Yeah.
And then that's all books should be short chapters.
It's very nicely done as well. Each chapter has a little illustration at the top that you can that relates to something in the chapter.
In that chapter.
So it's very, very nice. Yeah, it's a really nice
lovely.
book.
I really like it.
I'm glad you're enjoying it so much. The next one I've got is also one that is out on the 20th September, and this was sent to me by the lovely people at Pan Macmillan. This is The Clockmakers Daughter by Kate Morton. It's absolutely humongous. Now, I've read quite a few Kate Morton books, and they're quite enjoyable in that they're it's normally, they follow the same sort of storyline as something's happened in the past, normally in sort of like to do with a big estate or a stately home or something, and now somebody's investigating that now. And they're real page turners, they're real escape reads, you can really get into it. And this one in particular follows, it says here, my father calls me Birdie, he said I was his little bird, others knew me as his child, the clockmaker's daughter. Edward called me his muse, his destiny. So it's set, as I said, in a manor. And we came to Birchwood Manor because Edward said that it was haunted. It wasn't, not then. He promised the others an entire month of paint and poetry and picnics, of light, heavy scent, but seeds that had lain dormant in our circle took root that summer and nothing was the same again. And it's told by multiple perspectives, as I said. But yeah, they're real page turners, and I haven't yet read a Kate Morton book that I haven't enjoyed, so looking forward to reading this as well. And your last one, David.
My last one, you're
so
excited about. I don't really know much about this, but it's by Jessica Townsend, and it's Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow.
I finished this earlier this month. I honestly think it's one of the best books I've ever
very excited
read.
And you was
and
reading
it's
parts.
A series, and I'm so excited. I was reading bits out to you. I just think you're going to absolutely love this. I adored it. I'm so excited that it's a series, and I've already pre-ordered the second one.
When
so
is
I'm
the
so
second
excited.
one out?
The end of October.
Oh wow!
So I
it's
thought
not
it
far
was
away
so I thought it was much sooner. So I was like, well, I'll read this in September, and then the next one will be out in October. But it's out at the end of October, so I'll definitely be. I think it's out like the 30th.
So she's written the second one already. Has she written any more?
I don't know. I don't know when the plan is. I don't know if it's one a year or whatever. But oh my god, it's absolutely fantastic.
I haven't read this, but
I've been reading bits out to you.
It's obviously going to be tough to not want to compare it to possibly being the next Harry Potter, isn't it?
I think so, because there's sort of links in that it's about a child who finds out that she's got magical powers and things like that. So so Morrigan Crow is a cursed child, and she's destined to die on her 11th birthday. But on her 11th birthday, a chap called Jupiter North comes and whisks her away and takes her to a place called Nevermore, where she's competing to be initiated into a society called the Wondrous Society, and she has to go through a series of challenges. The challenges are amazing. The place where she lives is amazing. She lives in a bedroom which changes depending on how she feels. So some mornings some nights she'll go to sleep in a hammock and wake up in a 4-poster bed, and it started off as just like a blank room because it didn't know you, and like all the lights in the hotels change, and there's a smoke room which you can which they blow different scents of smoke in dependent on what time of the day or what time of the year it is. The Christmas bits in here are amazing. I explained to you about the Christmas bits, didn't I? But I didn't tell you the results. And then so at the end of this book it leaves it on you find out some information about Morrigan, and I assume that's what the second one's going to be about. But you are in for such a treat. There's a big massive cat in it called Fenestra. A magic cat.
I don't really like cats.
Oh my god, you're just gonna love it.
So, I don't know if I've asked you this or not, and to ask you in front of the camera, but do you think it's got the chances of becoming like as big as Harry Potter? I know it's obviously very early in it because it's the first book. But do you think there's like a movie in it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A movie would be fantastic. There is so many opportunities for cinematic brilliance in there. There's one of the challenges, I feel like I'm letting everything out now. One of the challenges, they have to get to...
Don't say too much.
No, they're on different animals and they have to hit targets. And they're all wearing white, and when they hit a target, dependent on where in the city this target is, it lets out a big powder of colour. And so if you hit a target on the outskirts, you get like red all the way into blue or green or whatever. Yeah. And yeah, so everyone at the end is covered in these pouches. It's just fantastic. I haven't even spoken about it in my wrap up yet, but I am so excited about it.
You are, aren't you?
Excited.
When reading it, you was
I didn't want it to end.
All the little noises coming out, like ooh, and stuff like that. You was ready.
Absolutely amazing. I loved it. And then the last book I've got to read is one that's just come out just now. I got sent this by the publisher a while ago. I haven't even taken this lovely bit of thread off it yet. This is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I read Conversations with Friends. I read Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney earlier on in the year and quite enjoyed it. I found it quite comical in a sort of dark, comical way. This is Sally Rooney. I think is going to be a fantastic writer, and I think she's sort of like the next big thing. She's going to be a real big thing in the old literary world. But this is a story about a chap. I can't remember what the boy's name is. It's about two friends. The guy whose name I cannot even bloody remember. Oh, Connell and his friend Marianne, and they're friends throughout school, and you hear about their friendship. And they're sort of like, these Sally Rooney's books aren't very high in plot, but they are high in description and character development and things like that. And I just feel like that's something that I really, really like and value in a book. And I'm looking forward to reading that as well. So yeah, so those are the books that we've got planned. What are you doing down there?
What is that thing?
Cat's Cradle.
Do you know how to do it?
Yeah.
This is exciting.
I was trying to do it, but I couldn't. Oh, that's where I've gone wrong instantly. I didn't make a loop. Right, there you go.
Ooh.
Then you take it. Do you remember?
No, never done it.
Right. So no. you pinch those two with one hand. No. Pinch on the other side. No. No. You do what I've just done. God. No. Right. Let's put that there. Right, and then loop it round. There's one loop round. So yeah, that was doing right. And then no. Bloody hell. Right, put it outside of the thumbs, right. Turn, and then put it, so turn all the way, keep going. Get that. How are you not doing this?
I don't know.
Right, watch me.
Okay. Oh, okay, I think I understand.
Right, okay.
I think.
That's not it, is it?
It's not it. Oh, I thought I had it then. Oh, I broke it. Right. Don't worry about it.
Never mind. So those are the books that we will be reading in the week that we are on holiday.
We will.
Hopefully
Not long to
perfecting
go.
Cat's Cradle as well.
No.
Let us know if you've read any of these books. Let me know if you are going on holiday anywhere. Oh, I love an autumnal holiday. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be lovely.
David's birthday while we're away as well, so we've got an actual birthday
on the
holiday
26th.
Day. Holiday birthday day, so that's very, very exciting. So yeah, that's it from us, and we will see you all again soon for another Bridget video. Bye!